Previously on The Code, life with the Brumbies. A return to training for the rested Wallabies. Thredbo allowed the less familiar partnerships to flourish.
Do you understand the moves in English?
Yeah, properly.
It's hard enough in English for us.
Jindabyne hosted the first team run of the year.
You standing on the ground there, Docs?
Yeah.
Those pads are screaming.
And Albert Nay proved his refined palate.
I can eat that bowl of, what's that there, mayonnaise? Yeah.
The Brumbies are in Thredbo for a 3-day training camp. Following lunch on day one, the players gather for a Stephen Larkham-inspired activity that has been keeping close to his chest for most of the week.
So everyone's room is here now? We're good? All right, so we've got a little activity that'll carry on for a couple of hours. So it's about getting to the top. Stingray's the only one with the point at the moment, so you've got to get there before them. Complete change of clothes and a set of swimmers. Change out your swimmers after you're out of the river or wherever you're at.
The race itself has got several important aspects to it. So I guess the first one is obviously the physical component. So it's going to go for 4 hours all up, or around 4 hours. They're going to cover about 10 Ks. They're going to be traversing rivers, they're going to be getting up mountains. They're going to be working hard in the gym. They've got a whole bunch of different activities that are going to put them out of their comfort zone.
Lads, just listen up. Can we, first part of the challenge today, you've got to take your phone out of your pocket. If you have one, raise it up in the air.
I really enjoyed the amazing race. I thought it was a good thing that there was a team from the coaching staff and management making sure that we get in and do the work.
We like to get competitive, both as a staff and as a team.
Hey, now we got here first 5 minutes before everybody.
Did you run?
And it's always nice having the staff at least try and do what the players are doing.
No, we caught a car. There's no rules.
Certainly a few laughs along the way. The coaching staff, we managed to be a little bit crafty and cut a few corners here and there just to make sure that we can compete with the playing group.
Logistically, what we did with the race was they got a bunch of envelopes that kind of directed them where to go with their next station, and that was kind of based all around Thredbo. So one of the stations was we had a river crossing.
Welcome to your challenge, known as the Hanoi Tower by Stephen Larkham. Basically, you can only move one at a time, so it has to finish up looking like that on the other side.
Oh, it's been tough this morning. We are group Murang, which is all the big boys in the squad. Bro, I should have put my shoes on. These rocks aren't hurting. But that's probably a stupid idea, hey? Yeah. It might be easy. I didn't want to ruin my freshies and my fresh shoes here. I think we're almost finished. They haven't given us a deadline, so just looking forward to when they finally see the flags out for the finish line. I thought I might sacrifice my feet. Okay. Save my shoes. Yeah, let's go grab another hot dog.
So it's a sausage sizzle. So they've all got to come in, take a piece of bread and a sausage and eat it. But they've all got to do it one at a time. So the next person can't start until the first person's finished, and they've all got to do it twice.
Is it that once he's finished like that, or?
No, he's got to open his mouth as well.
Yeah, we've always been waiting for an eating contest, and we always knew that we'll probably get that record. So, when that challenge came across, we already knew that we were going to win it.
There's a great concept this year with the amazing race. A lot of different challenges. We started with the hill, which was pretty tough, and everyone was pretty busted after the morning's training session. So walking up that mountain was, it's pretty hard straight up.
He said, move on a little bit because there's a group on our tail. So what do we do with it? There's nothing out.
So you have to only have one foot on the ground. You can't lie down, you can't sit down, you can't kneel. 3, 2, 1.
We'll just quickly stand on one leg.
All good.
Oh, look, we've got the Brumbies here this afternoon, having a good time on the Thredbo inflatable. A few of them have struggled at the moment, but they're sort of getting the hang of it. Well, they've got it's a little bit of balance, agility, and probably hanging on for all it's worth. The success rate of them at the moment is around about 20%. But they're building on it, which is good.
You know, I thought what Stephen wanted to achieve by just bringing everyone together, doing a little bit of hard work together, but most importantly, making sure that we finish the day with a smile on our face.
Oh, get in the hole!
Yeah, Team Shorty sort of, we got the win on that day, and it was good fun. I enjoyed it.
I thought they all bought into it really nicely. It was something that engaged the local community. They loved having the guys down here, seeing them running around, carrying on a bit, and they do it with smiles. You know, they really embraced it, took it on, and used the local area of Thredbo really nicely.
While the athletes break through the pain and enjoyment barrier, a breakthrough of a digital nature is being made back at HQ. The Brumbies engaged technology solutions company CSC in 2015 to assist with their digital transformation. They have already worked together to launch a brand new Brumbies website, and the next step in this transformation is the delivery of a dedicated Brumbies app.
So I suppose talking specifically about the app, the aim from day one for us was to take us in a rugby world from the dark ages into a new digital economy. As I said to you from the outset, my goal was not to just have another app, but to be the app.
I think we always built the app for two purposes. One is to try and surface, the unique data that the Brumbies have, and the other one was to provide what we believe will be the best live game experience, or the build up to a live game. So in the week leading up, we believe all of the content should start to build towards the game, and then most of that should disappear. So very much a week-by-week view of the world.
What we've done with onboarding is we've kept it simple to just 3 main screens, so starting off with the welcome, just idealising what the app is going to entail, the ultimate fan experience for the Brumbies. Swipe across and you get a look at what's involved in this app immediately. And then with also the calendar version, you see you can pull up the next upcoming 5 games so you know what's happening. They'll take you to the individual matches that you saw earlier.
So that's where we are today. I got the approval this morning, so we have a version that actually can be, you can hit the go button.
Sweet.
And go live.
So I suppose from my perspective, the next thing that we want to talk about is, what's the next step in this digital transformation journey that we're doing? What are we going to do to stay ahead of the pack, be the go-to organisation, for a digital strategy, etc.
I think as we move forward, the next, great areas to jump into are the social elements, starting to take that content out to the social networks in a more cohesive manner and drive into new social networks and new areas where the fan base is going. And then also bring that digital experience back to the stadium, back to the events, to bring the whole thing together in one cohesive manner. So here we are in the App Store, and I'll get you to do the honours. We can release the first version of the Brumbies app.
Excellent.
And congratulations.
We're up.
You're in the App
Store. For any team to function effectively, it requires good people on many levels. And there are few people more critical to the day-to-day logistics than the assistant team manager.
This is my 5th year. My role basically involves all the logistics behind the team, the setup and pack down of the ground for training and games, all the allocation of kit. I also help Ben with all the travel and all the logistics behind when we're travelling.
Sam does a job of probably 5 humans by running around and getting all that done, and then also just backs me up and supports me with all the, day-to-day management tasks and all the things that we have to do. He's a can-do man. I mean, there is nothing that we've come across that we don't just pitch in and have a dig at and get the job done for the team.
And now we're just on the road, pick up the washing that we dropped in last night. That includes the bibs, the jerseys, and the GPS vests, just so we're fresh, ready to go in the morning. Okay, mate. Do you have the number for the laundry mat? Yeah, he's not here, that's all. Got him now. Good morning. Cool, mate. Sorry, I was a bit early. If we can, keep them separate. But if you can't, I understand. Whatever you can do for us. Thank you.
All players wish for their bodies to stay healthy throughout the season. However, injuries are part of the professional sporting landscape. And when they occur, an immediate plan goes into place to rehabilitate them swiftly and get them back on the field.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Yeah, so we're doing a bit of off-feet conditioning. I've got a bit of a cork. TC's got a bit of a tight calf, so we're in here working on the bikes, and basically we're doing a lot of intervals. We've got about 40 minutes of it, so we've only got about 5 to go, so fingers crossed we can make it through it. 2, 1, yo. I started pretty young, and I had a really good run there with no injuries at all for a good couple of years, and then I felt like a few kind of all hit me at once, and you know, they can take you back a little bit.
I think, you know, it takes a lot of mental fortitude to sort of deal with big injuries. I've been pretty lucky that there's been guys here who've gone through those major injuries and have sort of helped me on that front. And I did my ankle at the end of 2014, the first day of Wallaby camp. And, you know, at the start, I think you sort of think, you know, why me? And it's sort of all about me until you realise that it is that team environment and your attitude does affect the rest of the team.
10 to go. Nice, bro.
You know, all athletes can really do is put themselves in the best shape possible, and you know, whatever comes from there, whether it be losing a game or gaining an injury, you know, that's out of our hands.
In terms of rehab, you know, we've got such a great rehabilitation program here, and you know, our medical staff have been awesome in S&C. You know, they really make sure that we don't sit out of the picture. You know, we always still feel part of the team and feel like we can contribute.
As part of the injury monitoring process, it has been determined that Joe Tamani requires an MRI. So he takes time out of pre-season to see the doctor at Brumbies medical imaging partner, NCDI.
How you going, mate? Steve's my name. We've got to do an MRI of your back. Does that sound right? Yep. Come through.
Yeah, so what we're doing this afternoon is getting a little bit of imaging from NCDI, one of our partners that help us out in the medical area. So what we're going to do is have a little bit of a look at Joey's back.
Have you ever had an MRI before?
Yeah, a few times.
So you know it's a loud, noisy thing, makes a racket like a jackhammer?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
In collaboration with the club doctor, we've decided we need a little bit more information around his particular injury that he has at the moment. He's still managing really well, and it's not a risk to him in terms of the short term, but just gives a little bit more detail, a little bit more to work with.
Because it's really noisy, earmuffs, and there's a radio one in there. Should be something else to listen to. Everything all right there? All good. Okay, we'll get underway.
Okay, Joe, we're just going to start the first scan now. Just some loud noises coming through.
So Joe's here today. He's having an MRI of his lower back. It'll take about 10 minutes or so, and then afterwards he's just going to have a short talk with one of our doctors who has a special interest in rugby.
Okay, so what we've got here is your lumbar spine. NCDI shares a partnership with the Brumbies because the radiologists are all pretty much rugby nuts, and we enjoy looking after the Brumbies. We enjoy providing them with the service.
So this will help Steve to help you and make sure you get on the puck.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. All right,
cool. So when you can combine sport and work, you've got a win-win situation. And the Brumbies, Canberra, it's the tops. There's nothing can quite beat it as far as I'm concerned.
Mount Kosciuszko is Australia's tallest peak. At over 7,000 feet above sea level, the beauty is often shrouded in mist and high cloud. But its gradual climb to the summit is considered a moderate ascent for the casual hill climber. However, the Brumbies players and staff are under no illusion as to how taxing this afternoon's stroll will be.
I actually quite enjoy those the walks up hills. I think it's to see, obviously the weather wasn't great that day, but I didn't mind getting out in the nature and having a look around there. It's something I've never done is see the top of Kosciuszko. And I think it's something we've never done as a side is see the top of this competition. I think earlier teams have and we haven't, so what an opportunity for us to go up there and see something we haven't, and hopefully, well, I believe that we will this year go and see the top of the competition as well.
I really wanted to get there, I guess, and I figured that some of those guys will never get another opportunity to climb to the top of Australia. It's about sharing experiences along the way. It was about achieving something as a group. I spoke about it afterwards that it was just an experience that we've shared together.
The point of climbing Kosciuszko was, I guess, working in teams and bringing the team together. So we'll split into groups of about 6, and you just sort of had to carry your teammates through it. It was pretty tough conditions. It was very wet, very cold.
Winning championships is the result of hard yards, and after approximately 1,000 of those at high altitude, the task becomes tougher.
Just jog in his butts and walk up the line.
Yep, I agree. Just let me know when you're going. Is that changeover, is it?
Yeah,
How long have we been going for? Hour and a half or something? Really? An hour? Is that it? The going got pretty tough towards the end, but it was about working with your teammates and getting them to the top and to the end of the trek. The conditions have been horrendous. It's been pouring rain. Mate, it's almost about to snow here. It's very icy, so windy up here, but the boys have done a great job. It was a real team effort. We carried the flag to the top.
Shorty's up!
While one summit has been conquered, another awaits in early August. The Thredbo trip comes to an end, and the team returns to Canberra to prepare for their first pre-season game. The last missing name on the roster is back from a season in Japan, and Ruan Smith is spared no details about the pre-season training that he's been missing.
Was it the same sort of things as what we're doing now or not?
Oh, the field sessions were. We done a lot of like bonding stuff.
Who was your roomie?
This weekend or down there?
No, down there.
I had young Jordan Jackson Hope, and then he just bailed on me. Then I had Will the intern.
Why did Geordie bail, mate?
Probably because my rules.
Because the big fella's rules.
I pushed both beds together and wouldn't let him sleep in that.
They made him sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
The Kosciuszko, the mountain, did you do the running again?
Yeah, remember how we done that?
Yeah, in groups.
Yeah, no, so we got the lifts up to the top where we finished.
So you guys went halfway up already?
It was like 2 hours up, 2 hours down, something like that.
So you walked down as well?
Yeah. It was like -5, and it was just like, it was good fun.
No. Yeah, and was a bonding session after that?
Yeah.
What's better than having a little bonding session after a big week of training, mate?
Oh yeah. You enjoying it back now?
Yeah, I am. Bit tough with the sun and stuff, but...
Yeah, you looked a bit albino when you first got back.
Yeah, I've picked up a bit of tan now since I've been back.
No, that's good.
But no, it's good. Just trying to keep up with you boys with all the running.
Take this to the bank!
We're just doing 10 metres, Tamara 122, and I want to see your best, stiffest, sharpest, bounciest drills. In your own timing, we'll go out, walk back. Yep, let's go. Faster off the ground. That's it. Really fast, 1, 2, 3, and then hold, free hip up. 1, 2, 3, switch is quick. So one of the things for us is not just velocity, but obviously velocity and the requisite sort of thoracic tension to be able to pass and take contact. You see, as soon as we use the plates, the upper body posture changes completely. Just gets guys out of those habits.
Speed. Combined with strength and power, it's another vital ingredient in the contact sport equation.
That's all right, you haven't had as much practice.
A specific skill that is now refined to cater for rugby union's range of use, movement and execution.
Today's session was a little more focused on agility. So we call it options. So it means that your body's got to run in a way that all the options are available to you as quickly as possible. So you can step right, step left, make a pass, or accelerate if there's space available. So you see them, with water bags or carrying plates. The reason is we want to create more tension in the body. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up until you almost have to break into a run. Go. It's not really relying on highly technical coaching. I don't need to give a lot of instruction. If the players can execute the exercises correctly, they will create better tension, they will move more quickly. Okay, get those feet to the front, there we go. Much better. In rugby, we borrowed all of our training from different sports. So we borrowed from track and field in terms of how we did our speed. We borrowed from weightlifting and powerlifting on how we do our gym. I think where we're at the moment is trying to look, at really more specifically at what's required in the game of rugby. We're just beginning with it, and I think there's probably 5 or 10 years more development of it. But I think we're seeing results, and I think we will continue to improve it for quite a few years to come.
There is life after rugby, but very little life outside of the grind of pre-season. As the sweat dries and the boots are hung up after another gruelling day in the Canberra heat, a group of teammates head home.
What do you think of the session, dude? All right?
Yeah, it was pretty hard in that heat.
It was way hotter than I thought it was going to be, hey?
Mate, I thought we were going to be pretty sloppy in that second block of rugby, but we were pretty good. Alan's a front rower, Jared's a back rower, and I'm a back, so you can kind of, you can discuss and chat about things and different aspects of the game. Yeah, got him pretty close with JB. He's probably, I'd say, he's my best mate in the team. So, he's always probably the guy I can go to for, issues on or off the field.
I think it's really good living with, guys that are on the same page as you. Everyone's always going to the same place, got the same days off. It all works out pretty well.
What are we going to have for dinner?
I think Alan's going to go to the shops. I think he's going to cook something on his barbecue, actually. Hopefully he's finished, so I can just walk into a finished meal.
Heaps of salad for you boys, eh?
I don't know, mate. Probably deserve some carbohydrates after that afternoon.
Yeah.
When we need to get away from footy, all the boys are on the same page, and we all just love being in each other's company.
So, welcome to our place. It's only about 10 minutes away from training, so when it's been a big day like it has today, it's good to be able to get home quick and then just jump on the couch and watch some TV for a bit. And Big Alan's gonna work his magic on the barbecue. Alan's a really good guy, he's kind of like a big unit, could be intimidating if he wanted to be, but he's like the complete opposite. He's a big teddy bear.
When you're in with boys who are on the same level as you, doing the same job as you, it just makes it easier to try and get away from footy and, do stuff like golf or, study together.
Have you got any uni stuff or are you done?
No, I've got to see Robin about that tomorrow.
I'll see you Thursday.
Are you going to study this semester?
Yeah. Nice. I'm in the middle of an exercise physiology degree that I've kind of bounced between unis. It's tough sometimes with deadlines and assessments and that, I think, but that's the same for everyone, so you just got to kind of suck it up and get on with it.
I'm studying as well, so I study a Bachelor of Commerce, so I'm just slowly ticking that box, getting through, one subject, 2 subjects at a time. I'll probably be pushing my luck as far as like 10-year limits to complete it, but I just enjoy doing something as well.
Friendship is a value that rugby holds dear, and a necessary bond that will get them through the long season ahead. The official Brumbies app is now available for download from the App Store. Grab it today in time for the first game. Next time, on The Code, Life with the Brumbies. The team travel to Wagga for their climactic pre-season showdown against the Waratahs.
Just got to find our shape today as soon as possible and then use your skills.
Line speed, communication, do not be lazy indeed.
With a slight stumble on the final whistle.
The Tars!